Hi, and welcome to this full body stretch and flow with me, Kat. Today, we are going to find a little bit of fluidity, find a little bit of freedom in our movement. So just let everything go. We're going to get going standing up on our mat today. So I'll meet you there. So coming to stand at the top of your mat, feet hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider, closing down the eyes, roll the shoulders back, palms facing forwards into Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a big breath in and let it go out through the mouth. Make that as audible as you want to. So inhale again and let it go. One more inhale, biggest inhale you've taken all day. Keep it going. One more sip of air in at the top. And let it go. Great. And then just find a little sway side to side here with the hips. Maybe bringing the arms into it as well. Finding a little bit of free movement. Finding what feels good. Maybe reaching up. Maybe even finding a little bit of a forward fold here, swaying gently from side to side. Don't feel self-conscious. Nobody is watching you. We're just going to be here for another couple of breaths, finding whatever feels good here in the hips, in the spine. Notice if you're feeling any tightness anywhere in the body, any tension. And then coming all the way back into Tadasana, reaching the arms all the way up. From here, we're going to grab hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Not that you can see it there. I'm kind of off the top of the screen. And then take the right foot back behind the left. We're going to reach up and over to the left side. Really breathing into that right side stretch. Inhale, come all the way back through center and take it over to the other side, switching the hands over as well, reaching up and over. Coming all the way back to center. From here, we're going to take a dive all the way forwards, folding over the legs. On an inhale, come up halfway, float the arms out either side, aeroplane arms, and then exhale, roll it back down. Again, like that. Inhale as you lengthen the legs, lengthen the spine, lift up. And exhale, float it back down, maybe soften the knees. One more inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. On an inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Arms coming out and up overhead. And exhale, hands down to heart center. From here, step the right foot back, coming into Pasarita Padottanasana, wide leg forward fold. So interlace the hands back behind you, open the chest. And as you exhale, dive the chest down into that forward fold. Take a little sway side to side here, bending through one leg and then the other. And then bring both hands down to the floor. From here, we're going to bend into that right knee. Take the right hand down, no, left hand down rather, right arm lifting up. So we're twisting towards that right leg. Breathing here, take the gaze over towards the back of the mat. Maybe find a little bit of a bounce here. Maybe we sway that arm in circles, noticing how that's feeling in the chest. And then bring both hands down. We're going to walk the hands to frame that front foot. Coming onto the back toes, left hand down, right arm reaches up, twist towards the right leg. And then from here, bring the right arm back behind you, reaching back, turn onto the back, the outside edge of that back foot and the outside edge of the front foot. So kind of find this corkscrew as we drop the hips down. Keeping the feet where they are, we're going to lift the hips up, reaching back forwards. And then exhale, reach it back behind you. One more like that. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Inhale, come all the way back through center. Finding Skandasana, so dropping into that right knee a little bit more, lengthen through the left leg, toes turning up towards the sky. From here, if you have it, you can grab hold of your block. You can always sit down on a block if that feels good. You can always have the hand up on a block if you're a bit higher up. So wherever you are, right arm, left arm, reaching up, open the chest. And then bring both hands down, come back into that forward fold, facing to the right side of your mat. On an inhale, we're gonna roll all the way up to standing into that wide leg position, arms out in a cactus shape, and then sink down into the hips, into a goddess pose, finding that sway side to side again. Open through the chest, feel like you're leaning back against an imaginary wall. Maybe get a little bit lower in the legs. Nice and active in the fingertips. And then lengthen through the legs, interlace the hands back behind you, open the chest again. As you exhale again, finding that forward fold. Allowing those hands to maybe peel away from the spine a little bit here. And then gently bring the hands down, find that sway, that bend in one leg and then the other. And then the right hand plants down, bend into the left knee, left arm reaches up, twist towards that left side. Maybe find a little bit of a bounce here. And then both hands down, walk the hands to frame that front foot. Right hand down, left arm reaches up, twist. And then bring the left hand back behind you, reaching back towards that back foot. Turn onto the outside edge of the back foot, outside edge of that front foot, and sink the hips down. Keep the feet where they are. We're going to inhale, lift the hips, reach back forwards. As you exhale, come back into it. One more, inhale, lift. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, come all the way back to center. From here, we're going to step it back, finding a downward facing dog. Take a little pedal out through the feet. Bending one leg and then bending the other. Take the gaze in between the knees. Keep a nice long spine, long neck. And then come up onto the toes. Inhale, ripple the spine forwards into plank. And then bend the knees again, send the bum back up into downward dog. Find those spinal waves here. So inhale, rolling forwards. And exhale, send it back. One more, inhale, roll it forwards. And exhale, send it back. Take the toes together, bring the right leg up to the sky. From here, bending into that top leg, send the knee towards the nose, step it forwards. On an inhale, drop that back heel down. We're going to come all the way into our warrior two. Gaze over those front fingertips. And then we're reaching forwards, up and back, peaceful warrior. From here, right forearm comes down to the right thigh. Left arm reaches up into our extended side angle. Again, on an inhale, we're going to come back into that peaceful warrior. And then exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. And then left hand plants down, right arm lifts up, twist. Reach that right hand back behind you, turn onto the back edge, the outside edge of that back foot, and the front foot, sink the hips. Inhale, lift the hips, reach forwards. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Step it back into a downward facing dog. Take a little pedal out through the feet here. Maybe shake out through the head, yes and no. And then take the toes together, left leg lifts. Bend into that top leg and then bring the knee towards the nose, step it through. Inhale, drop that back heel down, come all the way into that warrior two. Reach it forwards, up and back, peaceful warrior. As you exhale, left arm comes down to the left thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, back up, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Right hand plants down this time, left arm reaches, twist. And then turn onto the outside edges of both feet, reach back behind. As you inhale, lift the hips, reach forwards. As you exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, come all the way back, round. Step it back into downward facing dog. Take a little paddle out through the feet. Take the toes together, right leg lift. From here, step that foot in between the hands. Inhale, straight up into warrior two again. This time we're going to interlace the hands back behind you. Roll those shoulders back, open the chest. As you exhale, dive the chest forwards into humble warrior. So this right shoulder comes towards the right knee. And then extend the arms away from the spine. Relax the head and the neck down. On an inhale, we're going to slowly peel back up, extend through that front leg. And exhale, dive forwards into kind of a triangle pose, pyramid pose, mash up. Inhale, come back up. Bend through that front leg and exhale, dive back into humble warrior. Again, inhale, lift up, extend through that front leg. As you exhale, dive forwards halfway. Inhale, lift. One more time, exhale as you dive forwards into humble warrior, bending into that front leg. Take the gaze down to the floor, gently release the hands down. Come onto the back toes again, right arm reaches up. As you exhale, we're going to turn onto the outside edges of the feet, reaching back. Inhale, lift the hips, reach forwards. As you exhale, reaching back. Inhale, reach. And exhale back. Inhale all the way back to center. Step it back into downward facing dog. Take a little paddle out through the feet. Shake out through the head, yes and no. Take the toes together, left leg lifts. Bend into that top leg, step it in between the hands. Cartwheel the hands all the way up into warrior two. And then from here, interlace the hands back behind you, roll the shoulders open. As you exhale, dive forwards into our humble warrior. On an inhale, slowly peel your way up, lengthen through that front leg, and then come down halfway into that pyramid / triangle pose. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, bend into that front leg, dive forwards. Inhale again, lifting up, extend that front leg. And exhale, come forwards halfway. Inhale, lift. And exhale, dive forwards, bending into that front leg, humble warrior. Take the gaze down to the floor, hands down. Come onto the back toes, right hand down, left arm up, twist. And then turn onto the outside edges of both feet, reach back. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, come back. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, come all the way back through center. Step it back and come all the way down to lie onto your stomach. Inhale, baby cobra, lifting up. Maybe hover the hands just to engage those back muscles, and then lightly place the hands back down. Then from here, we're going to press all the way up and back into downward facing dog. Toes together, right leg lifts up. From here, bend into that top leg. We're going to bring the right knee forwards towards the nose, and then exhale, bring it back up, three-legged dog. Again, bringing that knee forwards, and this time to the opposite elbow, to the left elbow. Inhale, back up. One last time. So knee to the left elbow again. And this time extend that leg back out to your side. So I will do that facing the other way so you can see what I mean. The left knee forwards and then extend it out to the left side. Coming to sit, so we're kind of sitting diagonally facing the back of the mat. Hopefully this makes sense, with our legs out nice and wide. From here, just start to take a little sway side to side, touching one foot and then the other. And then start to make that sway a little bit slower and a little bit deeper each time. Maybe in time we bring one arm up and over as we come back. So go over to one side, bring the opposite arm up and over. And then the next time you're at the left side, bring the left hand down onto the leg, right arm reaches up and over. And then walk the hands all the way forwards into our straddle, folding forwards. From here, we're going to lift up, turn back around towards the front of the mat. So I kind of switch around to show you what I'm doing. But we're bringing the hands back to the front of the mat and see if you can kind of shuffle this front leg into our pigeon pose. So right knee to the back of the right wrist, slide the left leg back behind you as you inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, come forwards. Just find a breath there. Squaring off the hips, really peeling that left hip down as much as you can. Remember, you can adjust this front leg if your knees start to feel twingy at all. Just bring that right heel back underneath you a little bit more. And then walk the hands back towards you, lift the chest up. From here, tuck the back toes under, shuffle that knee in, and then tuck it under again so that we can step straight back into downward facing dog. Bring the right leg, so same leg again, up towards the sky, bending into that top leg. If you have a wild thing in your practice and you want to go for it, maybe we step that right foot all the way back behind as we reach the right arm back behind us, opening the chest towards the sky. Inhale here. And then exhale, come back into downward facing dog. We'll just switch it over again. So step the toes together. This time, left leg lifts up. Bend into that top leg. On your next exhale, we're going to bring the knee towards the nose, shift the weight forwards. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, back up. And then again, left knee to right elbow, and then extend that leg through to the right side. Come to sit down onto your bum. So we're diagonally facing the back of the mat again. If you haven't ended up there, just find your way there. Bring the hands one to one foot and then the other. Slowly finding that side stretch again and start to just slow it down. So each time you come to the side, just spend a little bit more time there. Maybe we reach the opposite arm up and over eventually. Whatever feels good for you. And then the next time you're over to the left side, I'm going to just pause there. Then walk the hands all the way around, finding a forward fold in our straddle position. Flex the toes, keep nice and active in the feet, nice and active in those legs. And then bring the hands back round to the front. We're going to see if you can kind of shuffle the left knee to the back of the left wrist, drop the right knee down and walk that foot back. Inhale here, lengthen, and exhale, fold it forwards. Finding your breath here. Getting on an inhale, we're going to come all the way back up, lifting up, tuck the back toes under, shuffle that back knee in, and then tuck the toes under again. And we're going to lift all the way into downward dog, lifting the left leg all the way up, and then bend into that top leg, stack the hips open, either stay there or start to step the left foot back behind you, finding our wild thing, reaching back. Open the chest towards the sky and then come all the way back into downward facing dog. Drop the knees down, nice and wide. Take the toes together. Bring the bum back towards the heels into a child's pose. Forehead down towards the ground. If you don't quite reach there, you can bring a yoga block underneath the forehead if that feels good. On an inhale, we're going to lift the chest. Thread the right arm underneath the left and come to rest down onto the right shoulder, the right side of the face. From here, left arm reaches up and to the lower back, or maybe even wrapping it round back behind you, finding a little bit of a twist here. And then from here, we're going to come all the way up. So keeping the hands where they are, come all the way back to sit on the heels. Right hand to the outside edge of the left thigh and take that twist. Unravel the twist all the way to the other side. So left hand to the right thigh, right hand twisting back to the lower back or back behind you, open through the chest. And then keeping the hands kind of in this twist, and we're gonna sink forwards again into that child's pose with the right arm wrapped round behind and the left arm extended out to the side in our thread the needle pose again. And then unwrap the right arm, reach it forwards, unravel all the way back into a child's pose. From here, we're going to roll up, swing the legs out to one side and come all the way down to sit onto the bum. Bring the legs out in front of you and we're going to roll all the way down. So reaching forwards and then C-shape through the spine, roll all the way down to lie onto your back. Take your time, coming all the way down. From here, we're going to bring the right leg up in towards us. So you can either interlace the hands back behind the thigh or even grab hold of the shin or the ankle if that's available. Really squeezing that leg in. And then with one hand on the back of the leg or the ankle or the shin, we're going to open that leg out to the side, out to that right side. Left hand rests down on that left hip. And then come all the way back to center on an inhale. Exhale, take it out to the side again. Inhale back to center. One more time, exhale. Inhale back up. And then from here, we're gonna bend the right knee, bend the left knee, and bring them together. So right ankle over the top of the left knee as you bring that left knee in towards you, finding a reclined pigeon, that figure 4 shape. From here, open the arms out to the sides, and we're going to take a twist. So shuffle the hips back to center a little bit more, and then we can twist to the left side, bringing the right foot down to the floor. So keep the legs kind of in this figure 4 shape, but just take them over to the left side. Maybe the gaze goes in the opposite direction, reaching that right arm out to your side. Really try and press. So using the muscles of the leg, try and kind of guide that right knee away from you to deepen this stretch in the right hip. And then come all the way back to center. Shuffle the hips back in line and then switch over. So right leg extends, left leg comes in. Just squeeze that leg in for a moment. And then take the left hand onto the leg. As you exhale, open it out to the left side. I'm kind of cheating here, I've got a wall, so we're just chilling out. And then inhale back through center. Exhale, take it out to the side again. Inhale back to center. And one last time, exhale, take it out. Inhale back to center. Bend the right knee as you bend the right knee in. Left ankle is coming to the right thigh, and then bringing both legs in towards you. Interlace the hands back behind that right thigh, squeezing it in, finding that reclined pigeon on the other side. And then extend the arms out to either side of you. We're going to lower the legs over in that figure 4 position over to the right side. So you might need to just shuffle the hips back to center to help find that twist, and then take the gaze over to the left side. Again, feel like you're trying to press that left knee away from you to deepen this stretch in the left hip. And then come all the way back to center. Unravel the legs, hug both knees in, and then take the hands to the backs of the thighs. Take a rock up and down through the spine 3 or 4 times. Just enjoying that massage out through the back. And then on your last time, find a comfortable seated position. Bring the hands onto the knees, finding a couple of circles with the nose, going in one direction and then the other. Coming to find some stillness here, inhaling in through the nose and exhale out. Again, inhale in. Exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale, biggest inhale you've taken all day. And let it go. Bring the palms facing up onto your knees or onto your thighs. We're going to slowly bring the arms out and up until the hands meet at a clap at the top. And as you exhale, bring the hands all the way down to heart center. Bow the head down to the heart. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me in this full body stretch and flow. Let me know how you got on in the comments below, and I will see you next time.